Welcome back to Two Girls, One Episode, where we react, we roast, and we judge the fuck out of your favorite and our favorite shows. I'm Hunter.
And I'm Tash. And today we are diving back into SVU.
Yay! No,
Yay! Which we've got, 3 episodes left of season 1.
I feel like season 1 is this is the longest motherfucking series of all time. My God. 25 episodes a season?
Well, no, this is 22. This season.
All right, sorry. -3.
Yeah.
22.
Yeah, we're 22 this season. But I will say, what I found interesting about us, rewatching it now after both of us have decided that, it's not really our show anymore. I don't enjoy it to the same level that I did before.
Me either.
Yeah, it feels like it's kind of like, oh.
Well,
and I don't know whether...
It's because whenever I'm watching it, I just know how shitty it is now, and I'm just like...
That's very much how I feel about it. It's like, I did used to enjoy really, really watching this, and then, it's now shit. And so, you watch this and you're like, it's nothing like this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And
in my
I
opinion,
feel sad.
Yeah, in my opinion, is of course going to be like, well, this is fucked. The whole time.
Yeah.
So
Fuck
you, Dick Wolf. This is
literally.
your fault.
Literally. So yeah, I mean the episode names for OC came out the first 8 episodes.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. We might have to slot in episode 2.
Okay.
Somewhere.
For what?
And then we'll watch the full season at some other point. Because Mariska. What?
I was gonna say, why are we just watching episode 2?
Because
I
that's the one
no idea.
So that's the one that Chris wrote, and that's the one that Mariska's on.
Oh, okay. What's the title of that one then?
Dante's Inferno.
Interesting.
Yeah. And so we might have to just watch that episode. We're probably going to be very confused about whatever arc is going on, but that's not why we're watching it. So
no, literally not why. EO is the only fucking reason.
Yeah.
Chris is writing. Obviously.
And Chris is writing. But we will watch the full season at some point because OC is just superior. I promise you, it's superior television.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. If season 4 is anything to go by, season 5 will be phenomenal.
Oh, really? I have not watched season 4.
Yeah, you should. Season 4, when I tell you that was top tier television.
Really?
From every standpoint, from lighting to acting to storytelling to storylines to family life to the crime, it was phenomenal.
Oh, that makes me excited.
Yeah, the way that they shifted between each arc, it was so cohesively done.
Wasn't season 4 the season that they had 5 different showrunners or no? No,
just the one.
Just
and
the
I
one.
Think it's what was the show? What was he from? I think it was the Lost showrunner. I think he was from Lost. And it was just phenomenal television, phenomenal storytelling, and
well, good for them. Shit, if anybody deserves it, they fucking deserve it.
100%.
Gosh.
But then he left at the beginning of this season, and they had to reshoot stuff, so they don't currently have a showrunner. I don't think.
What's going on? What's going on? Why?
Yeah, we do not know.
Do you want to speculate? Let's speculate.
Well, we can speculate about the man that runs the whole thing and the fact that it's probably his doing, so...
Nobody wants to work for him. Yep.
Yeah, but I also heard... So they had to reshoot a bunch of stuff, so I heard that the network or whatever didn't like the direction that it was going on, and they wanted it to have a different direction. And so then the showrunner got annoyed and left, and so maybe that's where we're at.
Oh my God.
This might be the last season of OC, to be fair.
No, I think I saw, what's his name? Oh my God, I'm blanking. Oh, I saw one of them confirm that there was another season, that it was coming out with another season.
Well, it's coming out with season 5, but I don't know if we'll get a season 6. Anyways, we are watching season 1, episode 20, Remorse, which I can't remember. I think this might be the episode that, like, Jeffries ends up with that suspect, maybe?
I have no idea. It's like I'm watching it for the first time.
We're probably going to end up it'll be us watching for the first time, like it's been for the last however many episodes we've been watching, and we're like, I have no idea what's going on. So yeah, you can watch us try and figure it out real time as per normal. Dun dun.
I'm Sarah Logan. You've seen me interviewing other people, telling their stories.
Oh, it's Finn's wife, our girlfriend.
February 11th, I interviewed a refugee from East Timor.
Oh, a girlfriend.
The session ran
well, they're engaged, aren't they?
Because I was only 9 blocks
No,
away from my home,
did they ever get? Maybe, yeah, they are engaged. Yeah, true.
Because they were having a wedding.
Where 2 men grabbed me from behind and raped me. They put a coat over my face and they dragged me here. They told me they would kill me if I made any sound.
This is giving the Deborah Messing episode.
The other had a tattoo of an eye on the underside of his
Oh
wrist,
yeah, she's a reporter of
clove cigarettes.
What do we think? They're dating, married?
Oh, sweetheart, this is no time for a phone call.
Is she a sex worker? Who is? How do
Mark
we?
Krieger, a car parts rep from Cleveland. We met a couple times for drinks.
Where?
Oh, okay, they were
Hotel
dating.
bar. It was a stupid expense account fling. Little did I know.
Did he force you into it?
The guy scared the crap out of me.
Was that a yes?
I don't want to press charges, okay? Not on my end. I just wanted to help.
Okay, so give us the key.
I don't want to press
color
charges.
Coordinated. The what?
Why not? Why should I want to press charges?
I mean, maybe it was consensual. I don't know. There's not really any charges to press. Sarah's having problems in this bathroom.
Mark Krieger?
What?
You're under
Tidy
arrest.
whities.
That's humiliating.
Right to remain silent.
I know. Right to remain
Tidy
silent.
whities on the floor, vomiting your brains out, and the cops.
We've all been there.
Dun, dun. Dun, dun.
Sick ass guitar and drums, bro.
3 months I'm looking for these
Oh,
two
it's
pukes,
so
and I
good.
get the call I'm at a Chomsky lecture. Tell me about this Krieger.
Okay, works construction. Priors include a couple of possession charges, a handful of assaults, bar fights mostly, and cutting checks.
He's from Queens, but he told his date that he was a car parts rep from Cleveland.
Oh, so she could have just given him his own sheet rather than
Extremely
looking over his
Yeah,
shoulder.
bro.
very close to being a Mr. Goodbar victim.
Yeah, he lawyered up right away. Didn't say a word.
What did he feel like?
Well, it's your case, John. What should he feel like?
I want to try to get
He's
the
so
second
cute.
rapist before Krieger gives him a heads up.
Which he'll probably do the first moment he's sober.
All right, then we'll get his phone records. We'll get his employment records, his
You're
credit
like,
card bills. I
oh,
think we ought to
dude.
be able to track down
Mm.
All I
number
can
two.
think about.
Did anyone tell Sarah we have a suspect?
No,
I
thought
feel
she
like
ought to
it's
hear
very
from you,
much
Jen.
like tell you what to do now rather than like
Yes.
collaborative.
Like, it doesn't feel like a
Hey,
cohesive
See
group
my piece?
setting.
Yeah.
It did. It was gutsy and eloquent.
I'm not going to get
Yeah.
past the fact that this is Phoebe
The
now.
one watching the
I
telecast.
completely forgot.
Realized that the guy in her bed matched your description, turned him in.
His own girlfriend turned him in.
Well, girlfriend suggests a longer-term relationship than, hi, how are you? Let's go to my room.
I mean, when was the last time we saw her?
I'll give you his
At the
baby
wedding?
photos and home address if I
At the
could.
non-wedding?
But it would jeopardize the
Yeah.
lineup.
Don't worry, we're not breaking up. No, we just realized, we have a good thing going, so...
Why let the government spoil it?
And I'm also assuming that this is probably the
When
only
can you
other
tell me?
time that we
The minute
saw
this
her
ugly
prior
pageant
to
is
her
over.
becoming Phoebe.
Yeah.
later called him looking because he's a drug dealer. There has got to be a reason. A drug habit. He's made children. I would have told your mother so.
Those are the excuses that rapists tell journalists and judges once they get people.
So what you're saying is that you may never find the second guy.
True.
Yes.
And that I may
When-
never understand why they targeted me.
Yes.
Miss
Also
that?
true.
Miss what?
That there was a second guy?
No, because the problem is that, like, we came
Well,
into the story
haven't soft
after they had
soaked me yet.
already, like,
Don't.
established... Okay, like, I'm gonna pause it. So, like, we came into the story after they had already established, like, what was going on. So, like, we never got this crime. So we never got the initial, like, taking of her statement or finding out,
Yeah.
like, them trying to do the initial investigation. So, like, that's the big problem with this particular episode that I'm finding already, is it's like, oh, there was 2 men. It's like, oh, okay. Well, we didn't know that. You just showed, and from her little, like, thing in the intro, I don't remember her saying that there was 2 men, just that there was a guy
Me
with
either.
a tattoo on his wrist.
Because I was only 9 blocks away from my home, I decided to walk. My trip home took me past this swimming pool complex. This is where 2 men grabbed me from behind and raped me.
So, yeah, I don't know. The storytelling is
Like, are
already
they
kind of...
trying to find the guy that recently raped her and then the guy that did before? Like,
I don't know. By the
don't
sounds
know.
of it, it was like a, like 2 people, you know, situation where they had, like, both of them raped her. But,
Yeah.
like, we don't know. Like, this is all of the information we know until who knows when.
okay.
Confusion.
She said she was raped by 2 men. We're only going to be able to show the jury 1. She said she took an unusual route home. Sorensen's going to try to insinuate that it was more than just a nice walk. We got no sign from the second rapist.
She said he used a condom.
I know. I'm just letting you know what he's going to try to do to defend his client.
So,
I worked with Sarah. She's not ready for trial yet. She trusts you. Talk to her. Let her know it's going to get ugly. You know, Benson saw a similar case fall apart last year. She knows what can happen. Ask her for help.
thanks.
What case is that?
First of all, Sarah, the good news is the defense can no longer bring up your past sexual history. That's no longer allowed.
But they can allude to it.
If they can. They have no obligation to explain what did or didn't happen. All they have to do is muddy the waters enough so that the jurors feel okay voting not guilty.
They're going to want to generate confusion. They're going to try to
I
beat
will
you
never
up on the
get
stand.
over
Yeah.
the
Well, it's a
voice
rape
shift
case, so they
from
have to ask
Olivia
you who put
Benson
what
from
Oh,
this
no.
till now.
For each charge, where were
I
you? Where were
know.
your hands?
I don't
Where was
even
Krieger?
really
Where was the
remember
other
what her
guy?
voice
How do you
sounds
know it's
like
Krieger,
now.
not the other guy?
Okay, I get it.
I just know
It's
it's
deep and
super fucking
raspy.
deep.
Trying to give you an
Yeah.
idea what it's going to be like.
I understand. Come on my show. We'll talk about this exact view. I don't want to hold anything back from my audience.
I have to check
Yeah, but
with
you
Craig.
don't want
It's
press in the
Craig.
courtroom when it comes
Be my
to
studio
your
at 7
trial,
o'clock.
but you want to
Nice
have
cup
all
of
of this
This
press
is a nice
prior
cup of
to
coffee.
muddy the waters and
Nervous, are
probably
you?
taint the jury.
I'm
How
just
does it
concerned that
make
some
any
of the
sense?
complex legal and emotional gray areas that inform my worldview will get lost in your soundbite world.
Ooh. You know your voice changes just the tiniest bit when you're spinning? I know you.
Why don't you have Walden on? She's a lawyer. It's better to have a woman on when the subject is rape.
I want my viewers to see you.
Or Jeffries or Benson.
I mean, if victims see you, they may be more likely to go to the police.
I'm just the cop who happened to catch your case.
You're not. Please.
Way to make yourself small,
Will I
man.
have to
What the
bribe
fuck?
you? Okay, fine. I will take you to dinner afterwards.
All right, I'll go. Just
Monk,
say
you don't
bye
need
to a
another
cop
wife, bro.
out at courthouse.
I don't know.
Isn't
But I
it a
don't like how
conflict
he's
of
making
interest?
himself as, like, not important. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are important.
Yeah, I just think it's more so, like, you know, kind of, Finn tends to do the same thing
We're still trying to track her
because
down.
they want
Where do you
women
think she is?
to,
Traffic. I
like,
just run the scanner. There's some hellish gridlock up by your
be
neighborhood.
comfortable.
Yeah.
But it's like, bro, the woman got to you
Who's
already.
this?
Man.
John.
It's Sarah.
Yes,
The ambulance is still here.
John.
she's dead, bruv.
The neighbors reported a single blast. Bomb squad got the call at 6:46. Arrived on scene at 6:52.
6 minutes?
It wouldn't have mattered. I'm sorry.
Did she blow herself up? Or did
someone
someone
blew
else?
her up. I'm pretty sure they sent her a package.
Best I can tell, it was a homemade black
Cool.
powder bomb. Anarchist cookbook crap concealed in a box of flowers. So my guess is she finds a flower box outside her door,
Hey,
carries it
this
inside.
kind of shit scares the fuck out of me.
Yeah, she was standing by the window.
Oh yeah,
when the
people sending
blast
you
occurred.
crazy shit.
Yeah.
Her body actually blocked
Yeah,
the
when I
shockwave
went
from the north
to
side.
New York a few years ago, there was like
It's,
friggin'
it's
bombs
just
that went off
pieces,
like 5
but I don't
blocks
think
from
she
where we
suffered
were
much.
staying. It was wild.
She's
I meant she was killed instantly.
I know what you mean.
Okay. What do you guys know?
My source tells me the second perp may have been at Rikers the day Krieger was admitted.
One of 6,000 men.
Okay, we've narrowed that down to 207 men, right age, right description, who were out on the street when the rape occurred.
On the theory that the bomber is rapist number 2,
Right.
which totally changes the conception of how the rape went down.
I know, it makes number 2 the alpha male, which means Krieger was just along for the ride.
Which means we may not be able to link Krieger to the bomb.
Well, Alden said she's going to get Logan's grand jury testimony admitted via
So
generosity.
Just ask Krieger
Suggest that Krieger
who it was. He doesn't want to go down for
By
this.
all
Yeah.
accounts, he couldn't mastermind the church
But
picture.
also though, can they
didn't have a hand in the bombing,
get him
her
on the
statements
rape
are
now
inadmissible.
though?
Without her statements,
Without a
Krieger
complainant?
walks.
The what?
Okay, this is what we're gonna do.
Munch.
Jeffries,
Like,
you
I
pursue
don't
the
know if
rape
they
case.
can
Elliot,
actually
you and Benson stay with the bombing, all right? Anything that points to Krieger, you tell Munch, but if it doesn't, you keep
convict
it to
him of
yourself,
rape because there's
at
no
least until the
complainant.
trial is over. John, you got a minute?
Because she's dead.
Oh, yeah, that's true. She didn't
Did
testify.
you
Yeah.
reach the brother?
He just listened and he said he's not coming back for the funeral.
I see.
This is also wild.
You want some time off, John, I understand.
No, I don't. But
Oh, like,
thanks.
that's just motherfucker.
But
They
also
don't take
just
some
like,
time off.
I mean, he's not going to take it. They're all the same. They're not taking time off.
The
But,
device is pretty simple. You pack
it's
your own
wild when
Yeah,
families.
I'm sorry. It blows my mind whenever
Extra
they
chunky chicken and
request,
noodle.
like,
Pretty
they
amateurish
happen
construction.
to us.
It's
Like,
all
do you
held
need
together
time
with
off? Like, in
masking
the middle of the
tape.
case, like,
Explosive.
no, bitch, I want to
Low-grade
start
Chinese
and
black powder.
then
Yeah.
I want time off.
He's doing a lot more than eliminating a witness.
I'm not following.
Look at the risk he took. He used a bomb, not a gun. He put it in a box of flowers, the essence of the romantic gesture. And he could have put a simple switch on the lid.
But instead, he rigs it to a remote. Her life was in his hands.
Wild.
There was a park across the street from where her
Yeah,
apartment
you didn't have to
is.
stare at
Did you
her
guys
that
search that area?
long.
Well, no, we didn't know where he was when it went off.
They're in
bet
love,
he was
man.
there.
He needs to
Look at
look at
that.
her.
That's why
Look.
he went to all that
I
trouble.
know.
He wanted to watch her die.
Like,
You can see straight into her apartment from here.
We got throat lozenge packages right here. Maybe
The
our
whole
boy's got
thing.
a cold.
Oh, it was pretty freezing last night.
The
This
way
guy
that they
had
be
to
just
find a
picking
home
shit up on the street and going, yeah,
I
this
know.
is connected.
yeah.
This guy's nothing like Krieger. He went to incredible lengths to pull this off.
Okay, we got two rapists, different MOs, different motives. Number 2 guy seems to be somewhat of a planner, and then you got Krieger who jumps in at the last minute.
Went along just for the ride.
Could you imagine just going along? Oh yeah. You want to rape this woman? Sure, yeah. Let me jump on that. The fuck?
I'd like to note for the record that my client is being held under a de facto null indictment, which in an appeal could look like favoritism.
Are you challenging my impartiality?
Yes.
Now, doubly burdened, having to prepare
To
a
be
rape
fair,
defense
I
as well as a Jurassic
very much feel that way about the last
I'd like
case.
my client bailed so that he may adequately prepare a defense.
Fine. Bail is set at $50,000. Who are you?
Detective John Munch, Special Victims Unit.
Well, detective, you are seriously out of line.
Whose pocket are you in anyway?
Sir, you're going to be held in contempt.
What did you say?
I said, whose
Huh?
pocket are you in?
Sit down,
Fining
man.
you $500 for contempt of court.
Make it 1,000. It's better than having contempt for basic
Shut
common
up,
sense.
Munch.
$1,000. Say another word, and I'll put you in the lockup.
Make it 2,000.
Let's go.
I don't know.
You got a last name for this gas pumping wise guy?
Something Irish. I don't know.
There are like 2 million Irish
Oh,
in New
Mally.
York, PK.
Good luck. Hey, if he's the guy, do I get the reward?
Yeah,
Sir.
go buy yourself one.
Hey, Munch, you need that for your $1,000.
McCormick, McConna, McCorkindale, Milligan.
Flaherty, Gleason, Hagen, Killeen, Kilpatrick, all laid of Rikers Island.
Okay. I saw him do it.
That easy.
Sorry, Krieger, your bail's been revoked.
He threw her down on the ground. She's kind of whimpering.
Let's go.
Who's the one that set the bomb?
Yeah, this information we already knew. She already said that. What has this got to do with anything? You need to link him to the bomb, bro.
So he just out on bail.
Yeah, well, because it was only 50,000.
Yeah.
Yo, she's struggling in those shoes.
She got that.
Damn. What was it? The same guy that killed Kathy?
You know, I was gonna
Another soup can. Same crappy workmanship.
pause it.
The bomber belonged to Krieger.
I was gonna say a joke about the foreshadowing of the bomb, but see, I kept it down.
You kept it, yeah. I mean, I didn't, but it's a very similar situation. You know, someone watching as he got in the car and then pushing a detonator. It's very much the same thing.
If only he knew.
Yeah. Oh well.
It was an accident.
Well, not unless he had a death wish and was incredibly stupid.
Why do you say that?
The package went off, took off his package.
I'm not clowning around. Please don't make me frown. Won't you be mine, my sweet Valentine? If it isn't you, I don't know what I'll do. Of course, it isn't signed.
He did us one better.
Fingerprints.
I love how they were visible before you even sprayed them.
Yeah.
Name is William Lexner.
To be fair, the only
Graduated
open
Queens
case that I
College,
vividly
1984,
remember
rejected from
that
the
was
fire department
really
6
frustrating
times, last time in 99.
was when the jury, like, you didn't get the jury's answer. That was
teamwork and his hostility toward
aggravating.
unnamed quote-unquote enemies whom he believes are preventing him from being hired by the fire department. Application denied.
Narcissistic, paranoid, fascinated with fire. We've hit the trifecta.
Let's see if we can pick them up without incident. We'll take the bomb squad along with, because this could get ugly.
So this third guy is just like a separate stalker that had nothing to do with the rape.
Or there was a third guy that she had no idea about.
Yeah, which is even fucking crazier.
This way, let's go. Let's go.
That's all 3 floors. You want suits?
I'm wearing a suit.
You're a smart man. I'll just only make you a better looking corpse anyway.
That's comforting. You all set?
Housekeeping.
Okay, have a nice day.
Like, surely you need your $400, bro. Why are you leaving that far out of your apartment?
Ran
you
right into the
actual
door. What a
Idiot.
dumbass.
God loves this.
Go smack him up a bit.
I hate it.
Creepo.
Will?
Don't see anyone else here.
Detective John Munch.
My
You were
bang.
the detective who handled Sarah's case.
I was.
What was she like?
No.
Behind the camera.
So he killed her because he thought she was damaged because of that?
I just feel like he had like this is probably like the beginning of parasocial relationships that people have, obviously, with celebrities. And he wanted to date her, and then she's like, no, and then she was raped, and so blow her up.
You knew what she liked?
Yeah.
I don't like. I don't know.
Again. Like before.
So why blow her up?
Down in Chinatown.
I'm so confused because, like, I understand blowing up a rapist, but like, why blow her up?
I watched the 5 o'clock news on a portable television. Then I watched her come home. I watched her turn on the lights like she always does.
Sick.
Take the box up into her apartment. And then I waited for her smile.
Did she?
For a moment. Yes. First time all night. She didn't seem happy when she signed off. I'm Sarah Logan. Good night. Do you know
Guy's
what I'd
creepy
always
as
say
hell.
back to her?
Good night, Sarah.
I swear, they like SVU doesn't do creepy the way it used to.
No.
Because that shit creeps me out.
Yeah.
Like, how am I supposed to think about that being an actor? Like, I can't. Like, that dude really is like that in real life to me.
Yeah, like they do, like, obviously awful bad guys.
Yeah.
But creepy is not. Like,
No,
even if
yeah.
you take, like, William Lewis. Like, William Lewis wasn't creepy. He was just, like, terrifying as, like, this horrible human.
He was creepy in Her Negotiation for me.
Like, I didn't find him, like, that makes, like, this what we just watched makes my skin crawl.
Yeah.
Yes, there were some things that, like, William Lewis said that made my skin crawl, but, like, it was more so the words that he was using rather
Yeah,
than just
and
the
not like
aura
his
of
face.
the person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, for me, it was a little bit with his aura too, was a little off. But yeah, this dude is just.
Yeah, like this dude kind of like, he wasn't, other than the like whole rape situation where he was making it about himself, like if you actually listen to what he was saying, he wasn't really saying anything that was like overly creepy, other than like the fact that he knew when certain things happened in her life, which is obviously creepy. But like,
yeah,
just the way that he like was made every single thing that came out of his mouth just disgusting.
And they just don't do that anymore. Oh.
I just don't think that they have as cool bad guys anymore.
No.
Like, even when you take, like, Cynthia Nixon, when she had her, like, multiple personalities in season 9, like, you don't have, like, cool bad guys like that anymore.
Yeah, I was thinking you were talking about Cynthia Erivo. I was like, when the fuck was she on here?
Like, no, she's not been on SVU.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, yeah.
That was an okay one.
Yeah,
what would you rate that one?
I don't know. Like, so, like, the first half, like a 4.
Yeah.
The second half, maybe like a 7 or an 8.
I agree with that. Yeah. It really ramped up whenever Daddy Cragen, like, went off the handle.
Yeah, like when she got blown up,
yeah.
it, like, ramped up.
Yeah.
Like, it felt like the beginning of this felt like the 7-minute shows that we get now in the beginning of.
Oh my god, yeah, like it just drags on and on and on.
Yeah,
yeah,
like a whole bunch of nothing really. I feel like what they could have done better is if they had actually given us the case and given us like that information in the same period of time. They could have done the jump forward like they do in Closure, and it just would have meant the beginning had, like, I don't know, better cohesiveness, because we're both sitting here like, there was 2 men,
Confused
was there
as fuck.
1 man, what information was this, we've missed
You're gonna rewatch this and it's gonna say clearly that there was 2 men.
Probably.
And then we're just gonna be like, 2 men, did we miss this?
Yeah, I'll put it on the edit. I'll be like,
oops,
yes, we very much missed this information, but
oopsies.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was okay. The almost had me in the first half, but the second half was really good.
Yeah. Like, I guess this is why it's at the point that it is in this show, though, because, like, you're already hooked into the show by this point. So, yeah, you're gonna sit through this episode, whereas, like, if this was earlier on, I would be like, is this what your show is trying to be? Because, no thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, earlier ones are bangers. Or maybe they're not, and we had our blinders on.
Yeah, we had our SVU blinders on, because we loved it too much.
I mean, no, they are bangers.
Which is gonna be, like, which I think is very interesting. Like, I found it very interesting the way that I now feel about the show in general.
The restraints are off.
Yeah.
We're no longer tied to this show. How does that make you feel that you're not really tied to this show anymore? Like, do you feel free?
I like it and I don't.
Yeah.
Because, like, the show was such a comfort show for so long. Olivia Benson was such a comfort character. I mean, my cat's named after her. Like, it was just like a big, like, I spent 20 years, like, my developing years were spent watching SVU. I've had lots of discussions with people about, like, assault and rape and all that sort of stuff based off of the fact that this is something that I watch, and you have a different understanding and a different, like, viewpoint of how things, and it's like educating people who are uneducated on the information. But, like, so it feels kind of weird to not, well, it feels weird to almost hate a show that you loved.
Yeah.
Like, it's just this massive shift, because I've never had that before. Like, because not even the nostalgia of the show is enough anymore. You know, like, watching, for example, like, it's like, okay, cool, this is in the 90s, the CGI is pretty shit, there may be some episodes where you're like, oh, that didn't quite land as, but the nostalgia that I get from watching it is still makes me warm and fuzzy. It's still very comfortable, whereas, like, this has lost that massively.
I 100% understand and agree with what you say. Because I do miss having that, like, warm and fuzzy feeling and being able to just put this on in the background and just feel like home, you know? But they just genuinely fucked it up so bad that I just can't. Like,
yeah, it's really hard to. It's not something I ever expected from the show, but it's very hard to come to the realization that.
But at the same time, I am 100% super happy the fact that I'm not sitting here torturing myself fucking week to week.
Yes.
By hoping some shit is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. Like, I never thought I would have to agree with you, but they are never getting together, guys. Ever.
Never.
Never, ever. They haven't seen each other in, like, 2 years.
I
mean, it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's definitely not gonna happen. And I'm very much a firm believer that season 5, episode 2 of Organized Crime is a closure episode. I will be very interested to see what it comes out to be, or whether it's moving forward with our relationship, or if it's closing that door entirely. But yeah, I think I'm more sad that she's got her best friend back, but doesn't have anything to do with him. I think that's the harder thing. It's like, you guys are in the same city,
like,
not
even
that
if
far
you
away.
don't want to do anything, like, why not put them in the same show? It's just like, he has all the money in the world. It's the stupidest fucking thing.
Why not put a text message on the screen? Why not have her hanging up the phone going, Elliot, I've reached work, I'm done? Or, like, it's like, nobody's asking for the moon. You don't even have to put them in the same room. It's just so aggravating, because it's like,
I mean, every now and then you gotta put them in the same.
Oh, 100%. Like, we're not going to live on crumbs forever, but, like, I just think it's wild that his name is, like, a swear word on SVU. Like, it can't be said in any context whatsoever. It's just psychotic. But whatever, not our problem. We don't live there anymore.
I'm interested to watch the episode with you for the first time.
Yeah, I'm interested. I'm very interested to watch season 26.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm interested.
I'm only interested because, like, I just want to know where we're at. But that was season 1, episode 20, Remorse from SVU. And so we've got 2 more episodes left, and then we're done with the season. So if you enjoy the reaction, please like, comment, subscribe. Please don't give us any spoilers for 26. We really want to go in as blind as humanly possible. But if you want to watch the full-length reaction, that is available on our Patreon, which is linked below. We also have an exclusive show that is only available on our Patreon. So we're watching RuPaul's Drag Race season 17. So you can also catch that. But yeah, so we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
You're getting so good at those. Bye.
A little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned, wear a hat, sometimes play chess. And